Hello guys, Woohoo here, back with another video. This time around, we are doing another episode of the new show. We are of course on week 27, and I looked it up right before I did this, so I make sure that I got the right week in there. But we are of course going over the live stream notes provided by Zero, so shout out to Zero again. Thank you so much for doing these live notes so I can do it on the new show. And of course, if you just want to read this yourself, you can go to the description, and there the link will be to this thread itself. So over the first little section here, they're talking again about the Sunfest. I did say in the last news show that it was coming tomorrow, like the day after that, but I think it's coming tomorrow, or it said 2 weeks in the previous thing. I'm not sure, but look out for if it's there tomorrow. I will make a guide if it comes out tomorrow, but definitely whenever it comes, yeah, it's gonna be there. But the thing is that we are going to get golden ticket chests again, and the golden ticket chests are some special chests we get once a year, and it says you get one each day by logging into the Sunfest, and normally those events last for 2 weeks, so I'm thinking 14 boxes. And of course, they got the Hyper Pinata EX mount, which is really rare. And of course, that you can also get silver and gold companion eggs. So that's really, really amazing that they put that in as well as a little bit of a lesser reward, but like kind of amazing as well. So actually, as a new player or a player that can't reach 4 or 5, especially tier 5 caves, can get some gold companions just by doing this. So this is absolutely amazing. Something they also added as you get an additional golden ticket by hunting down shadow invaders, and these are not the normal invaders as they say. It's something they will apparently, I think they will look different, but my suggestion is to you guys, if you do see any invaders, make sure you guys just get them, destroy them, whatever, even though they might not be the special ones. And of course, if you don't know what invaders are, and if you stay in a biome for a certain amount of time, sometimes I think it's half an hour in a biome, or at least 15 minutes. I don't know if it's, sometimes we get faster invaders. That means there's some guys that fall from the sky and look like big robot guys or something like that. Those are the invaders, and they do sometimes do special events with them and stuff like that. But now they're doing this, and as they said, they can be found in any biome. And I don't think you can see any of Geode, of course, but you do have to run around in the different biomes. It says any biome. I normally don't see them in the water elemental worlds. I do see them in, the regular worlds, the world prime worlds. So make sure you go there. I think that may be the place to farm for the next 2 weeks. Alongside with that, there are also second reroll stats, so make sure you get your stellars out there, and or you can just buy anyone and get that second reroll stacked, rerolled. And of course also they are implementing the mod that is the Karma Bar mod that nobody has on like consoles and stuff, but they're adding it to the core game, so you guys on consoles will also have it, and we can just remove that mod because it's going to be taken in as a feature you can have. In how it's going to be, if it's going to be exactly the same, I don't know, but it's going to be the same, so we can do in the game, or everybody can have that mod without using the mod basically, but they're adding that mod. So yeah, it's coming in the future, so I would suggest it's coming in the quality of life update in the end of the summer, because they're also talking about something else they want to implement that's going to be great. But the first thing is they're talking about anything that's going to be killed in the caves of Jude. And of course not this time, but there'll be other things to kill in Jude, and that's of course, I'm pretty sure that they're talking about U10 here. Can it be possible to have an option to the name tags? That's the one I'm talking about, or some. That's not a mod they're implementing, but they are listening to people about changing the colors of the names. And we talked about this also on the podcast, that you should have the option of could change your color to any of the ones that are available to you, in the sense, so if you have an orange name, yeah, you should be able to have the orange, but you should also be, if you have yellow, of course, then you also put the yellow in there, and also the blue if you have access to that one, or just having a plain white name if that's what you're seeking. If you don't want like any of the other ones, if you just like the white name, then you should definitely just keep it at that. So option for all of them, the ones that you have access to, not just all of them. That would be weird. But the ones that you have unlocked for that week, basically. Something to talk about: Trove merch. There's some on Amazon, I guess. So if you're looking for merch, Trove merch, go on Amazon. Will there be a golden thread event related to Jude or Bomber Royale? They would love a golden thread, provided all through participating in major content features and a list on that. We're very happy with the thread on the introduction of Jude. I'm not 100% sure what that's about, but let's continue. Any plans on adding more daily contests? They're talking, if you mean challenges, they definitely want to do like more with like some Jude contest. That would be amazing. Also some Bomber Out challenge. I don't think that would be great, but yeah, I see more versatility is always appreciated. Something they're talking about is something new with fishing. They kind of revamped or added more to fishing, though, the plasma fishing, but they hadn't really revamped it. And I don't think it needs to most of looked into. They bump it in favor for new systems, which is better, I think, and other things. So I don't think it's implemented or needs or changed right now as it is now. But yeah, as Zero says, he assumes that it's gardening that they're talking about when they say keeping it a secret that they're reworking on something else. Might be gardening. That's definitely a thing as well that has been forgotten. Again, can we access Portal in other clubs without being member to take an adventure quest? Some logic here, but we're not sure. Still apply. We'll look at it. I definitely think that would be awesome, but it kind of works fine with the whole join worlds or /join world, whatever it is. Yeah. Next question is that they talk about rare companions getting buffed, as they do say that they do have better stats. So I don't think we're going to see any buffs to rare Jude companions right now. If we're ever going to see that, I don't think it needs that much of a bump, to be honest. They're pretty rare, so people obtaining them, I don't think they need a buff, to be honest. They are rare, yeah. Do they need to be more sought after? I don't think so. I think they're very good. Next question is, what happened to the name purge? So basically there was a name purge at the around New Year's this year, and which is now 7 months away or something like that, where you had to log in a certain time frame to secure your name. If you've done that afterwards, it's still secure, but you just had to do it before that. I think that's how it was. You needed to log in before like the 14th of January or something like that to secure your name, or yeah. So if you didn't log in, if you logged in after the 14th of, I can't remember exactly how the purge was, but if you logged in recently, you're good to go. Don't worry about it. Your name will be secured. It's just like old accounts. So, but they will provide more information, that they haven't done anything with it yet. I think some things take a little bit more priority in that sense. All right, and next thing is with the daily login token removed, what will happen to that egg that you got, the dormant lorekeeper egg, and it will come to Luxian, and a future event, or perhaps a new daily login system. So we haven't seen a daily login system. We're 8 days into since the Radiant Dayspring was closed down. You can still have it in your club, you can still access everything, and you can still you can still buy the coins for previous month. That will rotate out as the month go on, of course, as they have done before. But we haven't seen a new daily login system, and we haven't heard anything else of this time where I'm recording this just the day before the 8th, and you're watching this on the 9th. Nothing yet, and I would love to have seen something from them saying, hey, we are taking a break from things to log in. We are getting the chest, but that's only during that week or 2 weeks. But I would love to see a new system or something like that. They said, well, we're taking a break. We're looking into what the daily things should be logging in because we're just used to it. So it's kind of hard when you take away something, right, and don't implement it. Can the rare companions drop from... so rare companions can drop from silver eggs. They can also do it from bronze eggs, but it's a lower chance. But golden eggs do guarantee one. So if you do get that, congratulations on that. They do drop now, if you didn't know. Silver and bronze egg. They didn't do... Oh, sorry, silver and gold eggs didn't do that before. It dropped or was in caves. That's it. With upcoming new 10, there's many outdated classes. They're again talking about classes. They don't want to nerf anything, but they're currently working on the Ice Age, as we also talked about on the podcast. We also talked about it. The next class that's going to be reworked is going to be the Ice Age, and we're kind of interested in how it's actually going to do that. And we also talked about more classes and stuff like that. So I'd suggest you go watch the podcast when we talked about the other classes. Don't want to go into all of that right now. They talk about some... Next question, they talk about some emblems being removed from the store, and somebody missing, like, because they can't buy them. They're missing some mastery points there. And they took them out because they were unpopular and stuff like that. And my suggestion is probably just remove the mastery point for them then, and then just, people can still have them, but they won't give you any mastery. Next thing is, will we be able to use dragon abilities on other dragons? It's a cool idea. It's like basically you reskin, like you have an ally, you reskin it, you just like use that skin for the ally, but it's those stats. I kind of just, it's just easier to swap a dragon. I kind of had the same idea, but it's like, oh yeah, I can just switch dragon. I know it's gonna look not the way I want, but I can just switch the dragon, right? Next thing is, why did you lock the mastery for Bomber Royale tomes behind PvP? They say they want it behind the PvP system. I'm not sure. We felt like a small enough time investment was okay for doing the things. Yeah, it's really easy to get the tome, and I suggest you do it as getting the first thing. And it takes 10 coins, takes like nothing. You basically can just get to level or get to rank 10 and just 10 times, and then you're just good to go, right? Vanguard contest soon. I'm assuming that's an art contest. So I'm not going to talk much about that. Next thing is, can you please look into Starfarmer drops? It feels like broken or non-existent. We did check it. They drop, but they are just rare. Yeah, so this I've seen actually also a post on Reddit where somebody's talking about like these fragments being like so rare and stuff like that. I can tell you that before the update, it was on average for one Starfire fragment, you had to do 800 hours on average. Of course, it could be more, it could be less to get a Starfire fragment, and you needed just 5. Now you need 100. Yes, it seems like you need 100, but as of the update, I've gotten 2 fragments. 2 fragments, yeah, and I haven't spent like more than 6 to 7 hours in it. And the thing is that they did buff it and did change it though, but they did buff the drop chance. And with the thing they did is actually better what they did before, because yes, you got one, it was amazing. Now there more, you see them more, so you feel like there's more progression. Yes, you need a whole bunch, and let's say you need 600 hours to get 20 fragments, right? Before you needed 800 to get the same amount. So they probably buffed it a little bit, and you will feel in those 600 hours that you get some not all the time, but more, right? So even though it seems like it's broken or non-existent, they do drop, and they have checked it, and they are rare. So it's not like it's insane amount of how much it has been increased, of course, but you will get them, or feel like at least you get them more often, and that's how it is. Next question is plans on decreasing the amount of crystals, and why are they not tradable? It's too powerful. If it was like some people would skip completely Geode if there wasn't any. If they were tradable, just as meta matter also would be. If that was tradable, then people would just skip everything. And I think that's a good idea, that they kind of put it behind things that can't be traded. Like most of the things can be traded so people can make some money, but I think it's amazing that it's actually not. It does take a lot of grinding, man. It takes a lot of grinding to get all those crystals and also meta matter. But that's the whole point about Dude. It's a grind. It's even like the core game. It's grind, it's crafting, it's farming. It's all about that in Dude, and you don't have to do any of it, but yeah, I would though see that a tome for crystals would be amazing. I think that would be great. A weekly tome, like a legendary tome for crystals. There is one for meta matter, but also one for crystals. Not like, I don't know how much it could be, like 500 or how much it is, but that could be great as well. I know then you could be like do everything outside of Dude, but you do have to craft it or go like spend some time to get it. And also this is the next question. They're talking about the availability of meta matter currently. They do agree that it's rare. They don't. It's too early into the life cycle, but they will keep an eye on it. And I do feel like meta matter is the rarer of things than it is with the crystals. So definitely maybe taking down that a notch. The meta matter or the ways of getting it would be good, better. Are you concerned about the staff implementation regarding choosing their own names? You can't choose, again, that's about the name. You can't choose, you can't choose the colors that you're not qualified for. So maybe 1 week you will have access to blue name, but the week after you won't, and then you just won't be able to have it, but you have it for that. It's exactly the same as it is for people with purple name that wants to speed runs and stuff like that. Some weeks they're going to have it, some weeks they're not going to have it because somebody's going to be better and so on. And it's just going to be exactly the same thing as it is here. All right, so next thing is, of course, is there a plan for the spectator mode? They talked about that when they released it, and yes, they are working on it. They talked about spectator mode. I think it's great that they implemented, but they talked about people don't want to sit around spectate. People just want to come. Maybe most of 90% of the people will probably just go to the next match or leave or something like that. And maybe there's going to be a few that's going to look into it. But mostly the spectator mode is just, I think it's great that they implemented, but I don't think it's something that should take priority in any case. And of course, the last thing is the update to the Shadow Ganda that's called Yapiki or something like that. That is the Shadow Ganda that was given out by some sweepstakes. Basically just had to log in every day during a certain amount of time, and you got a ticket, but you couldn't see the ticket. It was like on Tryon World side. And what there is that there was a Shadow Ganda that works exactly like it's a Ganda, just a shadow version of it. It's pretty cool. Basically there was like one person that won it on each platform, and so it's really rare to have somebody have it, and it was random given out to the people that, of course, the more you logged out, the more times you logged in, like every day, or not more every day. If you logged in 5 days, you had 5 tickets. If you won in 10 days, you had 10 tickets, and then of course there was more chance of you winning it because you went in 10 times. So you only got one per day though. But my point being that they're trying to reach. They still haven't found any of these, or people. They have reached out to the people that won these things, and they haven't actually been. It says like here, you tried repeatedly reaching out to the winners without success. So what I think will happen is that they probably will do another round of it if they can't get these people to respond, and just that would at least be thing that I would do. Just do a whole new round. But yeah, hopefully we can get an update, or we can get the people to get it there, or a new round, so we have a chance for actually people that play the game to win this one. But this was the new show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't make it so far, make sure you guys like this video. Make a comment below about the news, or what you're excited for so far about the news. I do want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.